everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Sacramento Redwoods and the Arizona Cardinals. That's fielded in the end zone, and they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They're led out by the veteran and the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2002, and that's Carson Palmer.
And Carson Palmer is your prototypical pocket quarterback who makes big plays with his arm, with his mind, and his ability to just take little easy steps in the pocket in order to release good passes downfield.
Bulldozes past him, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the pickup, and it's good enough for an Arizona first. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And this offense on your screen, one of the guys who knows how to win football games, Larry Fitzgerald.
Plenty of athleticism, but plays the game with incredible intelligence.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run.
Let's go, let's go. 1-18.
On third down, Palmer. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Brian Robinson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Fielded at the 20. Ooh, with a juke. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Seven yards to go on second down. Prescott now on second down. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Second down, Prescott. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Throwing. Prescott throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. It's a gain of 14 there, and that enables him to also pick up the first. Simple slant route and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Fresh set of downs here. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
A second down throw for Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That one good for 12 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
3rd and inches, they just handed to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around, hand it to the big fella, and let him get forward for a first down.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
Here we go.
Prescott from the gun. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. The target that time was Vincent Jackson, and it's second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. This will be caught at about the 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
So an even first quarter on the scoreboard, but the threat of points on the horizon. Can't wait. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Sacramento football here to begin the second. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Myers able to knock it through, and it's 3-0 here in the second quarter. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Here's Palmer to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, That's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary. A nickel look. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. We focus our attention. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd down following the run. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot that makes sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
95.
On 3rd down, Palmer. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football, and getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now this offense ready to take over again. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Prescott down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They come out here in the eye. Now Prescott, and he comes back with 1 complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Come on, let's go! Try
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. 1st down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
They go with Lane, trying to power it in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well-conceived, well-designed, and even better executed.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Cardinals are on the bad end of things right now after 2 quarters.
And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Now the return, Rashad Green. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Cardinals defense. They head out and get set here. They're losing here as we begin the 3rd quarter, trying to stop this from being a bigger deficit.
I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the 3rd. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Prescott, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
On the return is Peterson. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Let's go.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, Palmer. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
3rd and 2. Now Palmer. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson. And 4th down coming up.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's taken in at the 9. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now back out comes the offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They come out here in the eye. The give is to Elliott. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Time running out here on the play clock. Elliott. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. This is caught by Jackson. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll give him the 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. One thing I can say pretty safely.
Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal from the 5. Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Not only touchdown number 2 for him, but a big run to boot. However, still trailing.
Still trailing, but not because of his efforts. Boy, he's playing really well, and I love his long speed there, right? Able to get out there and burst all the way to the end zone, and smart enough to keep the ball in his hands and get into the end zone for the touchdown. In 2016, on all levels of football, we're seeing guys drop it before the goal line. What's the rule, Brandon? Run into the goal post.
That's right.
Before you drop the ball.
That.
There you go.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Cardinals a first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
As I say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Give to Elliott. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
No gain on the play there. Second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
Jackson's got it over the middle. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run with Elliott. A gain of 3, second down. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Throwing. Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
4 yards remaining now on second down. They come out here in the eye. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And he'll fall. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go.
Here's Elliott. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. They'll try the sweep with Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Let's go.
2nd and 10 now, and it's Palmer. And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. Eddie Goldman continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 2 veterans there. Palmer to Fitzgerald. 41 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Palmer on 1st down. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Here we go. Wide, 18.
They'll throw on 1st down here with Palmer. Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And here now the offense heading back out there. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A road win in the National Football.